Hey, welcome back. Monte here, SPV Math. So we're in geometry, okay? I want to wrap up trigonometry, okay? So do at least 2 assignments and the review, and you can move on. That's a passing grade. C, B, you want an A, you got to do a good job on those, okay? But trigonometry was kind of confusing, a couple, 3 weeks of that, right? So now let's move to Module 4, which are circles and shapes, 3-dimensional shapes. So we're all getting kind of spread out in different places. Wrap up trigonometry. If you've done well on trigonometry, feel free to move to Module 4, which are circles and shapes. Also, don't forget, in our Teams channel, Geometry B SPV, don't forget all of these videos, you can find them in the stream channel at the top. So those of you that are on trigonometry, okay, you've got all these to help you. Those of you that are moving on, here's our first video. And we post cheat sheets, okay? The cheat sheet that we will be getting in the mail, I'm putting it in the mail this weekend, talks about 3-dimensional shapes, surface area, cross sections. The first thing we're going to do are circles, okay? The equation of a circle, sector length, arc length, sector area. All right? So let's get started. Let's find the internet. Let's find our digital tools. Let's find our Clever. Let's find Blackboard. And once we get to Blackboard, we got to go find our Geometry B with Monte. Here we go. Boom. Once you find that, don't forget in the announcements, you'll see the link to MathXL. You'll also find the link to MathXL here, plus the videos, okay? Each week we post those videos, so feel free to click on those videos to watch older ones, okay? But now, what I'd like to make sure that you're able to do is we've wrapped up proportionality, okay? Those of you that did the work, at least 2 assignments in trigonometry, plus the review, can move on. So this is going to change to say, once you've done 2 assignments and the review, to move on. And we're going to move to Module 4, shapes. And the first shape we're going to talk about is circles, okay? And here's all the videos you need for arc length and sector area. All right? Okay, so let's click on MathXL for School, and we got to go find our Geometry B class. All right, Geometry B. We're up to 16 folks. Okay, so once I see that you've logged in, once I've seen you've done work, we're good to go. Okay, let's click on Homework and Tests, and you can see the first week, the second week, the third week. Okay, now we're in I've got to open these up, don't I? Yes, so we're in Module 4. So we're in cross sections, okay? And I didn't open that up yet, so that's my bad. All right. Let's just do that one real quick here. Introduction to Trigonometry, similar shapes. Okay, so we don't want to assign this. We got to assign down here. Settings for the class. My bad. Okay, so there's no prerequisites. We need to assign. You have students with individual play. Yes. Okay. And let's go to 3-dimensional shapes. Okay, so similarity. We didn't want to assign. Okay, similarity in shapes. All right. And we assign it. And then we're going to segments and sectors. We're going to assign it. And let's just do 3 because I know some of you guys are really pushing yourselves. So I congratulate you on that. Okay, so we did it. Topic quiz. And then build 3-dimensional shapes. I like that. Okay, so there's no requirement No prerequisites. Let's assign it. And we'll do one more. Build three-dimensional shapes. Alright. Okay, and there's no prerequisites. Okay, so let's go click Homework and Tests. And there we are. Okay, so we've got our review. So you do 2 assignments up here. Try the review, try the quiz, depending on the grade that you want. Similarity relationships in circles. Okay, so let's see what this first problem says for us. The circumference. The circumference of a circle, use 3.14 for pi. Circumference. Okay, so look in your mail for this cheat sheet to be coming to your house. If you don't have it, it's going to be posted in our Teams channel. We'll post it here, and we're going to post it in our announcements. Okay, so in the announcements down here, I will post the cheat sheet also. All right. If you can't find what you're looking for, don't forget you can always Google. Okay, so circumference, circumference, and the actual question said, find the circumference of a circle. Cool. Circumference is 2 times pi times r. So let's grab our sketch pad here, and circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r, where they want us to use pi for 3.14. That was in the directions right there. Boom. Okay? And now this one, the diameter is 11. We need radius. So if the whole diameter is 11, that's the diameter, radius is half. So the radius equals 11 over 2, which is 5.5. Circumference will be 2 times 5.5 times the 3.14. Okay, so substitute, replace, solve. Let's just grab, let's see, some of you don't have the fancy calculator, so let's do this one. Just going to go to a standard calculator, and we're going to go 2 times 5.5 times pi 3.14. 34.54. 34.54. Type an integer or decimal, round to the nearest hundredth, 2 decimal. Let's try it. 3554. 3454. Let's try it. 34.54. Oh, awesome. Okay, and remember, I always agree, I'll try the first and the last problem. So let's go to our last problem here. And then we have convert angle to radian. Okay, now, for completed angle in radians, 2 degrees. How many degrees is pi over 2 radians? Now remember, you can always view an example and see that there's a conversion factor, right? 1 inch to a foot, 1 inch, inches to feet, feet to inches, right? There's conversion factors, okay? So we're just going to multiply from radians. We multiply by 180 divided by pi radians, and we get our answer. Cool. So let's grab our sketch pad here. Pi over 2 radians times 180 degrees, this is what we want, divided by pi radians. Okay? Radians divided by radians goes away, pi divided by pi goes away, and we have 180 degrees over 2. We want degrees. 180 divided by 2 is 90 degrees. 90. Fantastico. Alright, so let's hit save, and we've only been in this 9 minutes. Let's try the second assignment. Sector area. Okay. Alright, so now find the area of a sector. So first of all, we need the area of a circle. Remember to look in your mail and find your cheat sheet. an area of a circle. Area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Cool. So we're going to just move this up. And we know that area of a circle equals pi r squared. So our particular problem was pi r squared, so that's 12. So we have pi 12 squared equals 144 pi. Now that's the whole area. We only want a piece. We only want 40 degrees of the whole circle. Do you know how many degrees in a circle? An entire circle has 360 degrees. But we only want this piece. That's called a percentage. We only want 40 of the 360. Okay? So the total area was 144 pi, but we only want 40 of the 360. Okay? So now if you type this in, that's a correct answer. But notice, we want to leave the answer in terms of pi. So our final answer, we want this. So now watch this. 144 times 40 divided by 360, and we want the pi in the final answer. So let's see what we get here. Clear. 144 times 40 divided by 360 is 16 pi. Okay? Now, don't worry about 1, finishing the problem. You see how long this one took. 2, don't worry about getting the question completely right, because if you don't realize this pi, and let's say we type in times pi 3.14, if we type in 50.24, I'll know where you got it. No problem. If you're in the scientific, there's a pi button. 16 times pi, 50.27. I'll know where you got it. But they actually want us to put it in terms of pi. So 16, where's our pi button? Always look down here in the key, all right? And there's a more button. You can find all these different symbols. Pi. Okay? And again, if you're not sure, view an example and how they tell you to get the percent, the measure of the angle, 80 of the 360. All right? Cool. Let's try one more. Question 9. All right, now, velocity, right? 6 revolutions per second, angular speed. Now, we don't teach angular speed, so we're probably going to miss this one, okay? Anytime they ask you to do something and you're not sure, angular speed, okay? If you haven't taken physics, you're like, I don't know how to do that. Okay, let's see if they'll give us a tip. Okay, angular speed, multiply the number of revolutions per unit time by the number of radians per revolution. Angular speed. 1 revolution is equivalent to 2 pi radians. To obtain the angular speed, multiply the revolutions by 2 pi. Well, we have revolutions times 2 pi, that'd be 12 pi. Okay. 12 pi. I wonder if it's going to be that easy. 12 pi. Oh my. Alright, so thanks for coming back. Hopefully you had a great spring break. Feel free to move on if you didn't like the trigonometry, but to get a good grade, I need at least 2 assignments on trigonometry plus the review or the quiz. But we can still pass the class by moving into circles and shapes, and pay attention to getting your mailer of these items that we're going to be working on during the month of April. Have a great week, everybody. Welcome back to Geometry, Wrap Up Trig, Start Circles and Shapes.